You know, today at least we are expecting at least a chance of rain, and we do have some rain trying to show up on radar, but a lot of it not quite hitting the ground just yet. We do expect that chance to go up quite a bit though later this evening and into tonight. You can see we've got this frontal boundary. It's a stationary boundary just south of the Red River, and that should be lifting to the north later this afternoon and into the evening. So in the meantime, there's definitely some moisture out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if earlier it looked like we had a little bit of a stronger shower just north of Pawnee and maybe in parts of southwest Oklahoma, but generally a lot of what you're seeing on radar not quite hitting the ground just yet. This is our Guthrie camera, part of our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Cloudy and definitely chilly. We're only at 48 degrees. We've got a north wind right now at 13 miles an hour, so it feels more like just 43 degrees. Kind of a state divided right now as far as temperatures are. We've got low to mid 70s in parts of southeast Oklahoma, but the farther north and west you go, it's a lot colder. We only have mid and upper 30s in the northwest, but we're just kind of in the middle here in the metro with temperatures ranging from the mid 40s to the low 50s. With a northeast wind between about 10 to as much as around 20 miles an hour. Gusts a little higher than that, though, in parts of far west and southwest Oklahoma. So like I said, this boundary to the south, it should be lifting to the north a little bit more here later this afternoon and evening, and we are expecting the chance of rain and storms to increase a little bit. But generally during the day, any one location, it's going to be fairly low. Late this evening, though, it does look like that boundary is going to kind of light up a little bit more. So rain and storms, but the higher chances will be along and just south and east of I-44. So the farther north and west you go, chances are going to be a lot less. Overnight tonight, eventually everything is going to be in far southeast Oklahoma, eventually moving off to the east. And then tomorrow's going to be very similar, actually. I think during the day, the chance is going to be there for some scattered showers, but the chance should pick up a little bit more by late tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night. By the time we get into Thursday morning, most of the rain will eventually move off into eastern Oklahoma. And then Thursday afternoon looks dry. And with this particular round over the next couple of days, it looks like a decent rain, especially for parts of eastern and southeast Oklahoma. So once again, northwest, western Oklahoma, not expecting a whole lot out of this, but generally maybe around a half of an inch to up to around an inch the farther east and south of the metro that you go, but anywhere from 1 to a couple of inches of rain in parts of south central, eastern, southeast Oklahoma by the time we at least get into about Wednesday evening or so. So today we're shooting for a high of about 50 degrees. So we're cutting it off here probably in the next couple of hours. Temperatures don't move a lot. We're going to have that north wind between 10 to 20 miles an hour. For this afternoon, a moderate chance of some showers, maybe a couple of isolated storms across the north. The chance is a little bit lower across the south, but this evening, that chance is going to become a lot more likely, especially along and just south of I-44. Overnight tonight, I think it's 100% guaranteed that we're at least going to have rain and storms in parts of southeast Oklahoma. And some of these storms later this evening and overnight tonight, there is going to be a low threat that they could become low and severe. It's going to be more of a hail event. We're talking up to quarter-size hail, but wind gusts maybe 45 miles an hour or so, and certainly some heavy rainfall at times, and much needed rain, especially in parts of southern Oklahoma and central Oklahoma as well, if we can get that in here. But temperatures drop down into the low 40s overnight tonight. Tomorrow, kind of a very similar scene. Highs in the upper 40s and low 50s for most of us, and northeast wind between 10 to 20. Tomorrow during the day, a moderate chance of showers, but the chance will be a little bit higher in south central, southeastern Oklahoma. Tomorrow night to Thursday morning, the rain chance is going to be likely, but I think it's going to be a lot lighter, so not expecting a lot of additional rain. Thursday afternoon, most of the rain now in southeast Oklahoma. We're going to be drying out here in Oklahoma City with temperatures climbing back into the low 60s, some upper 50s showing up at that next cold front moves in. And so then for your Friday, we do drop a couple of degrees. By the time we get into the weekend, it's looking nice again, at least temporarily. 70 on Saturday, but upper 50s on Sunday.